Hey guys, welcome back to Candy Beauty. So today we're going to be taking a look at the new Tarte Glamazon palette. It is made in the USA. I believe it is available at Ulta. I'm not sure about Sephora. It is 3 grams, 0.1 ounces, times 2 it says. It's made in the USA, has a 12-month shelf life. I am obsessed with this Big Ego palette. I still want to do a review for you guys on this one. And honestly, this is more of my color story, preference. So when I saw this new Tarte one, I wasn't at first I wasn't going to get it. But then when I saw it in Ulta, I was like, oh, okay. I've got to get this. I don't know, something about just seeing it in person. And it has that Tarte smell. Anyway. So I'm excited to dive right in. It does retail for $47. I don't know if I said that or not. If you're new here, thanks for hanging out today. Make sure you don't forget to subscribe to the channel, tap that bell so you can be notified of all the new upcoming videos. And let's get right into this new Tarte palette. Right, I can smell the Tarte yumminess already. For whatever reason, whenever I open a Tarte palette, it smells like buttercream or vanilla cream or something. It just smells so good. And here she is. And here she is. I am super, super, super excited to dive right into some swatches. All right, starting out with the top row. Honestly, this color story I wasn't that excited about. But I have been really liking Tarte's shadows lately. I've actually even, which you'll see in one of my haul videos, I've actually even gone back and purchased some of the older ones at Ulta just because I've really been liking the quality of their shadows the past couple years that they've come out with. And look at that. That's so beautiful. That green and that gold. Oh, super excited. Do you, however, feel like this would have been more appropriate of a launch, if they had come out with this before Christmas instead of waiting until after the new year? I think it would have been gone over well, the color story would have gone over better. I still think it's pretty, but like I said, not normally this color story wouldn't be one that I would necessarily have to run out and go get. But when I saw it in store, I was like, okay, I think this looks really nice. Moving on to the next row, and this palette does retail for $47. I know it's available at Ulta. I'm not sure if it's available at Sephora or not. All right, so there's this row. That blue is also really pretty. Ooh, that is, ooh, that's beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so at first I thought that this was a face palette, but these are eyeshadows, I believe. They're just extra large pans, but honestly, I feel like you could definitely pull these two shades off as a highlighter and a bronzer. So I'm not really, let me just make sure. It says 2 extra large never hit pan highlight and transition eyeshadows. Okay, so they're supposed to be highlight and transition eyeshadows, but honestly, this could be a bronzer and highlighter for sure. For sure. All right, so eyes are primed and we are ready to get into some looks with this palette. I am actually really excited. Okay, so I think I want to do a neutral look first, although I'm dying to get into that green. Ugh, I don't know. It's so hard. Okay. Oh, should I do the green with the blue with the... All right, maybe we'll do the green and the gold. So Lush and light break these two. Maybe we'll do that first. I don't know. I can't decide. There's like a couple really neat color combinations I want to do. All right. I changed my mind. So I'm going to go into Forest. Well, first I'm going to go into Haze right here. And I'm just going to dust this all over the lid. So far, shadows are blending very nicely. Very, very nicely. All right, now I'm going to go into this shade right here, the big pan called Scenic. That is pretty. Okay, now I'm gonna go into Forest, the deep, deep shade. She's dark. I'm just gonna go right on the lower outside corner. Let me grab a different brush. That's not bad for being such a deep color. It's not that, I kind of thought it might be patchy, but it's not. It's really nice. Just going in with a little bit more of that deeper shade and just doing little circles. That's pretty. All right, now I'm gonna go in with a light break right here. This beautiful, like, just gorgeous. And it does have a mirror. I love palettes that have a mirror. And oh, so pretty. That's really pretty. I think I am going to go in with Enchanting as well, which is just like a smidge more copperish than the other shade. Then Light Break, it's just a smidge. This is Light Break and then this is Enchanting. Very similar, but Enchanting's a little bit deeper. Just going back in with Light Break, like all the way into the inner corner. Now I'm gonna go underneath with Scenic, the extra large pan, and I wanna smoke that out underneath of the eye. That is really pretty. All right, I'm gonna throw on some lashes, finish up the other side. Okay, so here is this look now with lashes. I'm really liking this palette so far. I think it looks really nice. It's been blending really nice, but let's do one more look because I do want to get into like the colors. Okay, so now for our next look, I am gonna go in with, I think with the brown first and then the green. Yeah, going in with this shade first. I'm just gonna like really, really gently. Actually, no, I'm gonna go in with the green because I can always go back in with the brown. I am not on my A game, you guys. All right, so let's go in with this green, which is a stunning primer or stunning shadow. Oh my goodness. It's like a real deep forest green, which I'm liking a lot, actually. So far, shadows are blending out pretty nicely. I forgot to pat this down first. It's all right. Because these are like, this is going to be more of a colorful look, I was worried about fallout and patchiness, so I took everything off and reapplied it. Well, I just took everything off. All right, so I did not pat down my primer, so the little bit of patchiness is just because of that. It's not the shadow. I completely forgot to do that. But this is working out really. I really like that. Okay, I am gonna go in now with this brown shade like I had intended to before, and I'm just gonna go on the outer corner with that. That's really pretty. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with this blue shade called Lagoon. I love the way Tarte's palettes smell. They're just really, really pretty. Like a pretty like vanilla, like cream yumminess smell. Oh wow, that is gorgeous. I almost just want to keep it at that, but I am gonna go in with, I don't want to. No, I will. I'm gonna go in now with this yellow light break shade, or should I just keep it like this? Maybe you know what? I'm just gonna keep it like this. Because that is really, really pretty. That blue shimmer is really a lot more sophisticated looking than I was planning on. Maybe I will go in now with the yellow just on like the inner corner portion. All right, you guys, so lashes are on. I tried to finish up the look as best as I could, and overall I have to say, like, I don't know, this is not a palette that I would typically go, like, here's the thing. Do you need this palette? I don't know. If you like the color story, yes, but like for me personally, this is not my color story. However, if you are a green lover, like if you like these shades, then I will say that the palette works phenomenally. The quality is really, really good. Better than even some of like the other Tarte palettes I've tried. Quality wise, this is really, really nice. Quality wise. Color story, me personally, like this isn't something that I saw online and I was like, I have to go get it. seeing it in store, the beauty of the shimmers is kind of what made me decide to pick it up. And I was like intrigued. I was like, okay, wait, this could be really pretty. And it is really pretty. Like this look, I mean, I know typical Tarte lovers are more on like the clean girl, like natural vibe, but like this look is absolutely stunning. And I don't get this type of green. Like I'm trying to think, like even a lot of my indie palettes, like they have greens, but it's not like this tone. This is definitely a unique tone of green. So if you are somebody that really is into like green shades, then I would pick this up. If you like the color story, then pick it up. I mean, there's like 2 or 3 or 4 neutral looks you could complete. And then I could have probably done this and just done like the blue and the brown. Even though it looks like there's not a lot of variation in color combinations, there actually is. Like when I looked at it at first, I'm like, what am I going to do with that palette? But then when I like sat in front of it, I'm like, okay, wait, which look should I do? Should I do this? So I think I'm going to probably end up using this a lot. Like it's a really pretty palette. I think they should have launched this with like the green and the blue and the golds around Christmas time. I think it would have been more of a hit. But I know this has gotten a lot of negative feedback, and I don't understand why. This honestly is a really, really nice performing palette. Do I think it's something you absolutely have to have in your collection? Like, it depends on how you like your colors, how you like your eye looks. I think that you would definitely get some use out of it because there's enough neutrals. I like that they put these 2 shades in here because, I mean, probably could use this as a bronzer. Yeah, definitely. Like, honestly, to me, this is like an overall face palette because you can definitely use this as a bronzer. For sure. For sure. I mean, I'm not really having to blend it out at all. And then I do want to test this out as like a highlight shade. I mean, yeah, you could definitely, like, it's not like the most, you know, shiniest highlight, but it's got some glow to it. So if you wanted like a face palette, if you are in need of a face palette right now, I would definitely suggest picking, if you're a neutral lover and you like greens and blues, definitely pick this up. And I love the fact that you could use it as a face palette if you wanted to, even though they don't advertise it that way. Like I honestly, if I were their marketing team, would have turned it into a face palette because it can definitely be worn that way. Overall, I'm really pleasantly surprised by this palette. I did not think I was going to have this much fun with it. It was really enjoyable to work with. No blending problems with any of the shades. And yeah, I actually really like it. You guys though, let me know your thoughts down below, like, because I get it, like Tarte is, when you see their palettes online, you're not like, oh, I need to go out and get that. I totally get it. But lately their palettes have really, really been shockingly surprising me as far as quality and like the way they look on the eyes. So anyways, this is the final look. I like it. I like it a lot, but I need to hear your guys' thoughts. Don't forget to comment down below. And as always, I will see you all in my next video. Bye-bye.